Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today, we're reviewing the 2025 version of the DreamCloud Hybrid. In May 2025, DreamCloud discontinued the original design and released a brand new, redesigned version of the mattress. Sometimes it's referred to as the Classic Hybrid. This is a 12.5-inch hybrid mattress made of memory foam, polyfoam, pocketed coils, and a quilted cover. This mattress is the most affordable base model from DreamCloud, with the Premier and Luxe tiers above it. All DC mattresses are available in all foam and hybrid designs. The old version we reviewed ended up with a less than stellar score, specifically struggling with some of the slowest material responsiveness we've ever seen. Does this 2025 version do better? Priced at $700, I'm not expecting miracles, but let's get this review started and see exactly how well it performs. Without further ado, here is the performance scorecard for the 2025 DreamCloud Hybrid. Right off the bat, we see solid scores across the board. Motion transfer, response time, and company all earned scores in the low 9 range. Edge support and sex both scored just behind those scores in the mid to high 8s. The rest, including cooling, pressure relief, and off-gassing, managed to stay in the low 8 range. Altogether, these earned the DreamCloud Hybrid an overall performance score of 8.56. This is just above the average of 8.55 based on the 340-plus mattresses we've tested to date. While the performance is far from perfect, given the $700 price tag, it's absolutely a solid value. The DreamCloud Hybrid is available in a single firmness, medium firm, coming in at a 6 out of 10 on our firmness scale, where 10 is the most firm. Next, we're going to talk through what the DreamCloud Hybrid does best. First, the mattress has fairly low motion transfer. This is perfect for those who share a bed with a restless sleeper or one who comes and goes on a different schedule. Second, the DreamCloud Hybrid has a fast material response. This is especially good to see since the previous version was so slow it measured as the 4th slowest response time we've ever tested. Third, the price of $700 for a queen size is extremely affordable. While the mattress is far from perfect, it's still an excellent performer relative to the cost. However, not all mattresses are ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the DreamCloud Hybrid. First, the mattress has good pressure relief, but there is plenty of room for improvement. The 3.5-inch comfort layer, for example, is just a bit thinner than average and means one's body is at more risk of feeling the harder support coils below. Second, cooling performance is in the same boat. Good, but could definitely be better. Both the gel and infused memory foam and hybrid design help to mitigate heat, but I still managed to feel a slight level of heat retention. Finally, the off-gassing period was a little longer than average. To be fair, it was only half a day longer than average, but still, this could be annoying for more sensitive noses. Your body weight and sleep position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the DreamCloud Hybrid is excellent. During our test, I felt well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress is equipped with a 9-inch support layer. This is 1.07 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.93 inches based on all of our tests to date. For a mattress to create ideal support, it needs to keep the spine in a neutral alignment while also providing sufficient comfort. While the pressure relief performance isn't incredible, it's good enough, especially at this price point. The medium firm feel and moderate to deep sinkage create an appropriate support dynamic for most sleeping positions and body types up to 300 pounds. This mattress does not use any type of zonal support, which isn't ideal, and yet it would be wholly unreasonable to expect it at this price point. Based on all my tests to date, on analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I'm confident most sleepers will find support on the DreamCloud Hybrid is excellent. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At NapLab, we test each mattress by analyzing according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have a cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allow it to absorb body heat. Then we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The DreamCloud Hybrid has good cooling. During our test, I felt a slight level of heat retention, but it was nothing extreme. The mattress uses a hybrid design with layers of polyfoam and memory foam on top of a pocketed coil unit. The memory foam is infused with gel, which certainly helps with the total cooling performance. In addition, having memory foam below a quilted cover helps, as positioning the memory foam so it's not in direct contact with the sleeper's body helps better resist heat. DreamCloud's product page states that the mattress utilizes cooling fibers within the cover. However, in our testing, I didn't feel that these fibers were making a substantial impact on cooling. The cover did not have a cool feel to it. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 92.0 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 2.2 degrees warmer than the average of 89.8 degrees based on all of our tests to date. After getting off the mattress, the temperature declined by 7.3 degrees from minute 0 to 1, which is 2.6 degrees cooler than the average 0 to 1 minute decline of 4.7 degrees. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is good. For the sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel that you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. The DreamCloud Hybrid has a deep level of sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 2.48 inches. This is 0.30 inches more sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.18 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates a balanced body contouring hug. If we look at the material design, that balanced hug makes sense. We have a mix of quilted cover, memory foam, and polyfoam, which creates a more even and less polarizing feel. The mattress rebounds back to shape quickly, which helps avoid any type of a stuck feeling. Overall, this feels like a good quality hybrid design for mass appeal. It has a reasonable sinkage depth, a medium firm firmness, and a more responsive feel. In addition, the reliance on polyfoam over memory foam creates a less dramatic hug around the body. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The DreamCloud Hybrid has a very low level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 6.79 meters per second squared. This is 21% less motion transfer than the average of 8.64 meters per second squared. The DreamCloud's motion transfer benefits from the below average level of bounce, which means there is simply less energy returned by movements on the mattress. In addition, the 1-inch memory foam layer beneath the quilted cover seems to be absorbing a ton of energy also. This combination results in a below average level of motion transfer. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.14 seconds. Motion declines thereafter, but remains modest until it returns to near zero levels by 1.01 seconds. While I was pleased with the motion intensity, I'm not thrilled by the 1 second motion duration. That's worse than average, and the fact that it remains at a fairly moderate level from 0.14 to 1.01 seconds isn't ideal. Nevertheless, overall motion transfer is low, and given the low intensity, I'm not expecting motion transfer will be a major issue for most sleepers. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent it having a stuck feeling. The DreamCloud Hybrid has a very fast material response. In our motion recovery test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.3 seconds, which is 0.12 seconds faster than the average of 0.42 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.6 seconds, which is 0.38 seconds faster than the average of 0.98 seconds. The comfort material within the mattress is mostly polyfoam. We have a 1.5-inch quilted cover with polyfoam, a 1-inch memory foam layer, and another 1-inch polyfoam. These polyfoam layers are highly responsive and spring back to their original shapes quickly. The 1-inch memory foam layer is a bit slower, but even there, it's fairly quick to return to its original shape. The faster than average responsiveness ensures the mattress is easy to move around on. In addition, it does not create a dramatic or overly enveloping hug around the body, which further helps to improve ease of movement and avoid any type of a stuck feeling. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before bounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The DreamCloud Hybrid has a moderate level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 9.05 inches. This is 0.10 inches less bounce than the average of 9.15 inches based on all of our tests to date. While we do have less bounce than average, it's still within the moderate bounce range. This more moderate bounce is due to the medium firm feel, reliance more on polyfoam over memory foam, and thinner than average comfort layer. While bounce is preferential to a degree, in general, having more is typically beneficial. The moderate bounce ensures the mattress is easy to move around on, and sex is not significantly negatively impacted. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The DreamCloud Hybrid has excellent sitting edge support and good lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 3.25 inches. This is 0.75 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 4.00 inches based on all of our tests to date. Edge support while lying wasn't quite as good, but it's not bad either. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt the support was good in all sleeping positions. The DreamCloud uses reinforced edge support coils that run along the entire perimeter of the mattress. These coils have a notable impact on both sitting and lying edge support. That said, I do think there is room for improvement with respect to lying edge support. The thinner than average comfort layer and material quality aren't exactly incredible, and in my view, these factors are limiting the lying edge support. That said, and to be fair, this is an incredibly budget-friendly hybrid at $699 for a queen. This level of edge performance is more than reasonable at this price. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edges are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The DreamCloud Hybrid has good sex performance. On the positive side, noise is minimal and edge support is quite robust. There's just 3.25 inches of sitting edge support. Having a fairly robust edge extends the usable surface area of the mattress. Moving on, we have our last three factors, all of which have good performance, but a performance level that isn't amazing either. Pressure relief and cooling are both good and yet far from great. Lastly, bounce came in at 9.05 inches, which is slightly worse than average. When it comes to sex, more bounce is almost always better, and ideally, I want to see 10 inches or more. The limited bounce is helping to keep motion transfer lower, but it's also the primary reason that sex performance only earned a good score and not a great one. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The DreamCloud Hybrid has a good level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt no significant pressure points on my body. The mattress is comfortable, and yet it's clear there is room for improvement. The mattress is equipped with 3.5 inches of comfort material, which is 0.63 inches less comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.13 inches based on all of our tests to date. The foam quality is fine and exactly what I expect and is appropriate for a mattress at this price point. Even so, the foams are far from amazing. In my view, the thinner than average comfort layer combined with the relatively middling foam quality is limiting the total pressure relief performance. The combination of memory foam and polyfoam creates a more balanced feel and avoids any type of dramatic hug or contour. In our pressure mapping test, we measured a max PSI of 0.50. This is well within the low pressure range that we want to see. For reference, a high pressure point is 2.0 psi. When I consider the objective pressure mapping test, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experiences on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be good. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong smell and or a smell that dissipates more quickly are better. The DreamCloud Hybrid had a strong smell upon the initial unboxing. The mattress smelled for 7 days. This is a half day longer than the average smell duration of 6.5 days. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. Being a sister brand of Nectar, DreamCloud mimics the terms and conditions of Nectar mattresses. It offers a 365-night trial period and a lifetime warranty. Shipping and returns are both free. So, should you buy the DreamCloud Hybrid? This is most likely going to depend on how much you're willing to spend. The DC Hybrid is an excellent mattress at this price point of $700. It earned a score similar to the other best performing mattresses that we've tested to date at the $700 price point. If your money is tight, the well-rounded scores across the 8 performance categories and suitability for all sleeping positions make this a safe choice. In addition, its low motion transfer in particular makes it a good choice for couples. Finally, the generous 365-night trial period means there's little risk if you don't end up liking it. In the end, this is a major improvement over the previous DreamCloud Hybrid model, and I think it's a great choice for sleepers on a tighter budget. Well guys, if this video, I hope found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the DreamCloud, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, please be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.